Let's talk about the 17 Kids and Counting episode in which Jim Bob and Michelle went to San Francisco. This video is brought to you by Satire and Snark. This video is a satire and snark is what I'm trying to say. The episode begins when Michelle and Jim Bob are packing to go to San Francisco on Halloween. Jim Bob always packs last minute, which is kind of annoying because every time they're on Duggar time, it looks like he tries to blame the kids, but it really is Jim Bob's fault. And of course, we have to learn the secret of Jim Bob, which is his hairspray.
Talk to me a little bit about Jim Bob's hair and the fact that he uses so much hairspray.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he showed you the secret. It's the hairspray. I think that he keeps it in place. It keeps he doesn't have to go back and do it again in the middle of the day.
Then they talk about why they don't celebrate Halloween and how they're going to the most liberal city, which they mention multiple times. It's San Francisco. It's San Francisco, by the way, people.
Today is Halloween, and we're going to one of the most liberal cities in the world on Halloween. And so this is going to be an interesting trip.
Years ago, Jim Bob and I just really felt like we wanted to focus on not celebrating Halloween because of just the negatives. Where it all started and originated from with the, spirits and that sort of thing. And we feel like we do other fun things at that time of year. And so we do a lot of picnics and bike rides.
Also, Grandma Duggar's going to be watching all the younger kids, although Jim Bob does mention that the older girls will be helping her, which, let's be honest, the girls do everything in this household. They finally arrive in San Francisco, and I have a feeling they've never seen an episode of Full House.
Everywhere you look, there's a heart, I hear the whole everywhere.
The reason they're going to San Francisco, obviously to celebrate their 25th year anniversary, but also they have a speaking engagement at a church nearby in San Francisco, or it's like near San Francisco, whatever. So they take a boat ride around the bay, and Michelle is 32 weeks pregnant at this point with baby number 18, and she gets sick on the boat, which is understandable because they're all prone to motion sickness.
Michelle, that's the Golden Gate Bridge. Hey, look, that's the Golden Gate Bridge right there. We're going to go right underneath it. She does get seasick, but she normally has wristbands on.
Oh, no.
Did you leave in the car?
I did. I took him off again in the car.
Oh, you'll be fine. Just
Back at the house, everything is fine. The kids are being kids, and Grandma's making sure none of them run off or whatever. Then Jim Bob and Michelle kiss in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, and I want to keep my breakfast in my stomach, so we're going to move along. Let's see the Duggars tour around more of San Francisco, shall we?
Jim Bob and I visited the Haight-Ashbury district in San Francisco, and that was quite interesting. Just the buildings and a lot of the differences of the way they do things.
the two dogs.
Yeah.
Girls hanging out the window over here.
He's trying to get out. Trying to let me out of here.
Also, Jim Bob mispronounces Castro Street as Casto Street, which was funny. Then Jim Bob is asked by the producers if he ever has taken substances, which we all know the answer is no, because he is as square as you could possibly be.
Tylenol or aspirin. No, I've never taken marijuana, or I've never taken alcohol except for one time. I think it was Cold Duck. And I tasted it and spit it right out and never wanted it anymore. There you go.
Jim Bob greets a guitar player on the street with a picture of his family, which is very much on point for the Duggars. They go to a bakery, which every single place where they stop, they have to mention that they've been married for 25 years and they have 17 kids and counting, which they just want to get a straight up reaction to the amount of kids that they have. Then Jim Bob, in his whack ass explanation as to why he thinks he can relate to hippies or whatever, and his explanation is completely the opposite of what hippies, I guess, believe.
How would you describe the hippie movement, and how does it compare to your values?
You would
Love,
describe it
no war, peace.
Yeah.
I think everybody's looking for peace.
Yeah, I think-
And here we are 40 years later, and we believe in peace, and we believe in love. Our slogan would be, what, Michelle?
would be love more.
Have babies.
Sounds good to me.
As Christians, we believe in love. We probably have more love than any couple on the face of the earth, but we believe in the context of marriage. And then as far as war,
The way that God
nobody
defines.
likes war,
Yeah.
but yet I believe that sometimes, I mean, when you're attacked, you got to defend yourself. But we pray for our troops, and we believe in our nation, and believe that our nation should be one nation under God.
Meanwhile, back at the house, Grandma Duggar and Jana are preparing the kids to go to the park to have some fun. And Amy and Grandpa Duggar are also there. Grandpa Duggar at this moment is not doing good. He has a brain tumor and it's just been progressing worse. I really do feel bad for Grandpa Duggar at this moment, because just imagine having a camera in front of your face as the whole world watches your health decline. Back in San Francisco, the Duggars chat with the kids via the computer of 2009. At their speaking engagement, Jim Bob and Michelle explained how taking the birth control pill while they were pregnant with their second child resulted in the loss of that child, which I don't think is the case, but I am not a doctor, nor I am an expert in this field. I'm just a Duggar snarger. So we're just going to put that out there. And that was the end of the episode. The moral of the story is I do not want to go to San Francisco with Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Period.